All right, question number 4. We want to complete parts A through D for the sampling distribution of the sample mean shown in the accompanying graph. So if we open this graph, we can see the sampling distribution. We can see the shape is normal, and they say the distribution is normal. So locations of the peak are inflection points. So in the previous sections we talked about the standard deviation was the gap between the mean and the inflection point. So this is telling me I can figure out the standard deviation. So what is the value of the sample mean? Okay, it's going to be equal to the mean, the high point here. So from this sampling distribution, I can see that my mean is 600. What is the value of the sampling standard deviation? So again, because that's a normal distribution, we can figure out the gap between. So if I do 630 and I subtract the 600 and find the distance between those two, I can see that my sampling standard deviation is equal to 30. The shape, if the sample size is n equals 16, what is likely to be true about the shape of the population? So we talked about the sampling distribution needing to have a sample size of greater than 30. However, this sampling distribution we can see is normal, but they tell us that the distribution is normal. So the normal distribution from which the sample is coming from is normal. So because it's already normal, the sample size doesn't have to be 30 or larger. It's already going to be normal. So we're going to say it's going to be approximately normal because it comes from normal. So otherwise they would need to tell us if it was a distribution that was skewed left, right, or something else. All right, then part D says if the sample size n is 16, what is the standard deviation of the population? So we know that the sampling standard deviation, the formula for that is equal to the population standard deviation divided by the square root of n. Now we know that the sampling standard deviation is 30. So if I rewrite this, this is equal to 30, which is equal to the population standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size, and we know the sample size, it is 16. So if we work backwards, we can figure out sigma. So we're going to do a little algebra. This is, if I just arrow, this is 30 equal to sigma divided by the square root of 16, which is 4. So to figure out sigma, to get it by itself, I have to get rid of division by 4. So we're going to multiply by 4 on both sides. So multiplication by 4 and division by 4 will cancel out. And 4 times 30 will give us 120 is equal to sigma. So the population standard deviation based on this example would be equal to 120.